How would I define art? Art is food. It nourishes the soul. That's what it is. You need food to sustain your body, but to sustain your mind and your soul, you need art. My name is Sylvia Volin. I am an artist, a mother. I guess I was always an artist. That's why I said that first. I remember when I first did some macrame and I had displayed, and when people came to my house to see it, oh, I didn't know you did this. This was early on. They envisioned me as the mother of Richard David Michael, and that was it. That there was no other part to me, but they didn't really know me. Now I work with everything. Everything can be art. Just experiment. All of my art is really self-taught, and most of the basics I kind of learned by myself. Even with the macrame, when I started doing it, I just did pieces, and then I bought a book. And then I said, oh, I did it right. When I did painting, I bought the paints, read the directions, and painted. I like my art to be seen. Actually, all of them I make for me. I make them so I can put it in my house and enjoy and surround myself with it, which I've done. This is the original Bauhaus staircase by, doesn't matter. And this is a copy of the Bauhaus staircase done by Lichtenstein, who was a more modern artist. And this is Bauhaus Staircase 3, done by another artist named Sylvia Volin. I pay acute attention to detail. It's got to be exactly perfect in my eye. May not be in your mind. In my eye, as I perceive it, it's got to be perfect. Even when I did the needle point, I used to, should the stitch be here or here? Should I change the color here or there? I picked that up from her. My mother never used a pattern, actually. If she did, she would just look at the pictures and kind of figure it out or make her own patterns. And she would sew a lot of stuff for me. And I was her worst customer because I was so demanding. But she always came through. She never personally sat down and taught me, but I saw how she could make anything. And at some point I felt I could make anything too. There's nothing really painful about art. Art heals a lot. It takes you to another place because when you're working on some art, you're totally focused and concentrating on what you're doing. So there's nothing else in your brain except what you're creating. It's a joy to have the ability to be able to do something. And I'm not technically a great artist, but I'm a very creative person. I can take something, and I usually do see something, and I change it. This started out just as a wall hanging, and I had rope hanging from all around it, but then I put it in a frame, and then I thought Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too needed a home. Art needs to make people smile. Art is happy. I like my art to have a certain amount of whimsy in it. These little people, and they're little women, and so I put it on this pad. They were kind of falling, and I named this thing Ladies from Heaven. Here are your ladies from heaven. Everything has a story. The critters, they're fun. They're whimsical. I like having them there. When I look out now, and particularly now, I think that they add to the landscape. I spent a lot of time sitting in the family room looking at the fence and thinking about, and I tried doing a template, but it really didn't work. I had to paint the panel and then see where I was going to go from there. I did 3 orbs. I do everything in threes for some reason. And maybe it's because I have 3 children. And then I decided to do a background, and then I did something on the left side, and then all the way on the right side between the 2 trees, I did a design, and then I didn't feel satisfied, so I just filled in. I just thought I would have fun with it. I like stuff like this, where it isn't what it seems. There are certain sections of the fence that look like it might be three-dimensional, but it's not. Well, that's what art is all about, creating illusions. I still look at the fence and I still think, well, maybe I'll do this and maybe I'll do that. It's like never going to be finished in my brain. I mean, every day there's something to be done. Everybody can be creative. It's not difficult. By and large, art expresses joy.